Hi guys, you're welcome back. Okay, now so today we'll be talking about sex during menstruation, that is sex during your period. Is it right or wrong? So now today I'm going to be discussing the disadvantages and advantages of sex during periods. Now, before I go down there, I would like to say certain things. Now, there is this common belief that when a man has sex with a woman during a period, that it weakens the penis. Let me tell you, that there is no medical backup about it. People that have done it have not said anything like that. Okay, so there is no backup except spiritual things. Okay, that is just a myth. Okay, just a myth. But I don't know, because some cultures and traditions actually forbids it, and there is this saying that what you believe come to pass in your life. So let's leave that traditional belief at that. Right now, let's move to the next. Okay, now the next one is that some women actually have their ovulation periods. Okay, few women have this, ovulation period during their menstruation. Shocking, right? It's not a normal case, it's actually abnormal, right? It's really shocking. So now when this actually happens, okay, when this happens, you will be advised, okay, to have sex during your period, especially if you are looking for a child. Yes, because a woman who does not have a menstrual period at the normal times would definitely want to, like, she's not having the menstrual periods or the ovulation at the normal time. She will definitely be looking for a child, because imagine you are ovulating on your menstrual period, that's the time you are menstruating, and you are looking for a child, meaning that you are having sex at the wrong time. Because normally, if you're looking for a child, you are meant to have sex during your ovulation period. So if you're not having sex at the time when the ovulation, there is no ovulation, you will definitely not have a child. Now this is happening to few women, and it's something that needs to be looked at for. If you are here watching me, you don't really understand your ovulation period and so on, and I think you should visit a gynae. Okay, visit a gynecologist. It's happening in hospitals. It's something that has occurred. People have been advising women who are going through things like that to actually go and have sex during their ovulation. It's funny. It's funny, right? They should have sex during their period because that's their ovulation time. It sounds funny, but that's it. And they do, and they have their babies. Okay. So now let's move to the next. Okay, so now let's talk about the advantages and the disadvantages. So now first I'm going to talk about the advantages. Okay, we are going to focus on the good ones before the bad ones. So now, focusing on the advantages, that during sex there are certain things that are released, especially for those that are having this heavy bleeding and pains during sex. Those excruciating pains. So if you're here, you're watching me, you're having excruciating pains, you might want to try this, because during sex there are certain things that are called endorphins. They are released into that area during sex, and it helps to numb those pains. That is, it helps to reduce sexual cramps. That's menstrual cramps, right? So sexual intercourse during those periods helps to reduce menstrual cramps. True, right? Now let's go to the next one. The next one is that it's a natural lubricant. Yes, because if you are this type that is not always lubricated down there, you are bound to like have sex during this period, because it's a natural lubricant. Right now, you don't need to even, but there's no need to do extra work to get lubricated. Okay, because there is already a lubricant there. Now the next one is shorter periods. Yeah, now this one is something that most persons don't know. If you have sex during your period, your menstrual cycle length is going to reduce. Yes. Now see, when you have sex during the time of your menses, let's say your menses is usually 5 days, and you have sex on the second or first day, do you know that you might end up having maybe just 3 days cycle? Sometimes it can even be 4 days, sometimes it can even just be 2 days. Yes, because during the time, when the time of trusting, okay, during sex, the time of trusting, it will help to expel all the blood that is already in the endometrium, that is inside the womb. Okay, so it helps to expel. So that means it has brought out so many, all the blood that is there at a particular period, so your menstrual cycle will be reduced. So if you're having a 5 day cycle, you might end up having 3 day cycle. So if you don't like your longer period time, you might want to try this. I know some of you will be saying, ew, ew. Well, it's something that's happening. You might want to try these things, but just wait until I come with the disadvantages. So the next one is that it reduces headache and stress. Yes, it reduces headache and stress. You know that women, even during our menses, our menstrual period, we can be this cranky, we can be irritated, headaches, and so on. So having sex during that period can help you reduce all those stress. Yeah. So the next one is high libido. See, some women normally have this high libido during their menstrual period. This is also some, okay, few women. Now, same way some women normally have high libido during their ovulation, that's same way some women have high libido during their menses. Now, there are some women that have never come across, like they've never experienced what orgasm is. Yeah, some women, they just feel that orgasm is normal. They don't know that when you're having orgasm, you nobody need to tell you. You just know that you're having orgasm, okay? So some women have never experienced it because why? Maybe the time they are supposed to, have that orgasm is during their menstrual periods, and they don't have sex during that period. It's either their partner doesn't like it or they don't like it. So at the end, they miss out on orgasm. That's why some women have not had orgasm in this life. And that's the truth, okay? Some women have never had orgasm because they've never had sex at the time when they should be at the peak of having orgasm. And that time could just be their menstrual period. Shocking, right? Now, let's move down to the disadvantages. Now, the disadvantage is that blood is messy, okay? It's messy, it's dirty. Like, people feel that having sex during your menstruation, just imagine you're using white bed sheets. So imagine you will be a little bit, careful, and it's going to be too messy, so people don't have sex during menses. Now, another disadvantage is that being too careful, because during sex you're not supposed to be too careful. You're supposed to just have fun, do what you want to do, but because there is blood somewhere, you don't want to spill it, you don't want to stain this person, you don't want to stain your partner, you just be too careful, you get, and all that. Then another one is restricted sex positions. Yes, there are some positions that you can't actually do during your menses if you're having sex. Number one, something like cowgirl, reverse cowgirl, and so on. You can't be on top of your man because as at that point, everywhere is just going to be messy, right? Yeah, let's not talk about maybe increased chances of sexually transmitted diseases. Now, this is the worst, okay? Because diseases like HIV, hepatitis are living inside the blood. So imagine during this period, that's when you're having sex with your partner. Definitely. If maybe your partner is not your husband, or even if your husband and this person, particularly this the woman has HIV and all that, that is the time where the risk of infection is high. So with all that I've said, you are the one that is going to choose whether you're going to have sex during your period or not. Me that I'm talking to you here, I don't know if I would like to do that, but I'm not saying do what I said or don't do what I said, okay? Just do what works for you. With all that I've mentioned, you are the one that knows where whatever is eating you that I've just said. So do what you feel like. But before then, for those of you that don't really know how to calculate your ovulation period, and you don't know if your ovulation is falling during your menses, I believe that you don't just go straight start having sex with your partner because of what I said. You have to visit a gynecologist, visit a doctor that will tutor you, tell you what and what to do before you start, okay? So for now, guys, bye. Please do well to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. If you are watching me from my Facebook page, please do well to follow this page. Thank you. Bye for now.